Hello, everyone, and welcome to Friday Message. This is a meditation for Good Friday. Tender one, you hold all the world's grief close, with every word that cuts, with every policy that demeans, every act of violence or corruption. You draw near to the ones who ache. You comfort the brokenhearted and shore up beside the afflicted. We know it's not enough only to weep, but your compassion reminds us we cannot mend the world without bearing witness to its sorrow. Keep us from despair that overcomes, but never let us become strangers to the world's ache, turning away from the pain of our neighbor or growing accustomed to violence that shouldn't be. Whatever evil may befall us, whatever destruction we may witness, may we never grow cold to love or be convinced of the inevitability of cruelty. Jesus, ever present to the pain around him, did not escape into the safety of indifference, even in the shadow of the cross. His care for the suffering and his confidence in your liberating ways made him kind, softening him to even the hardest hearts, and kindled in him your love for humanity. Love that appears foolish, love that resists evil, love that makes way for the kingdom. Make it so among us, O God, and lead us in the ways of compassion. Amen. I'm recording this on Maundy Thursday. Maundy Thursday comes from the word mandatum, which means mandate, and it is related to Jesus in the Gospel for Maundy Thursday, which is John's account of Jesus at the Last Supper. Jesus tying a towel around himself and washing his disciples' feet, giving them the example of humble service, and then commanding them to do to others as I have done to you. As I have served you, Jesus says to his disciples, so now go forth and serve one another. Be humble servants to one another. Jesus sets the example at that Last Supper table. And he commissions his disciples then, and his disciples now, you and I, to go forth and to serve others with compassion and humility and kindness. I came across this little piece from Brother James Kester of the Society of St. John the Evangelist, and it's under the title of Servant. Servant. We live in a world where me is king, but we are citizens of another country whose king is a servant, whose orb is a towel, whose scepter a wash basin, whose crown is humility, and whose motto is service. As citizens and subjects of that kingdom, we cannot swear ultimate allegiance in any other way than taking up our towels, holding our basins, and getting down on our knees. Brother James Kester. Beautiful little reflection on humble service. Humble service. Jesus set the example for us. And as I look around here at St. Michael's, I see so many marvelous examples of humble service. I was over at the Ark this morning and just seeing all the volunteers over there at that Ark doing such wonderful things. Humble service. Humble service. It couldn't happen without those scores of volunteers that are passionate about the miracle that is Noah's Ark. Going there and serving serving so tirelessly each and every day. So many ways that people here at St. Michael have taken up the call to humble service. There's the trip to Louisiana, Doug and Jerry going to Louisiana and serving the people there after that devastating hurricane. I think of all the people that showed up for Messy Church last Sunday. The call goes out for volunteers, and people step up to volunteer and make that a great event. We had a number of households that came, and I think they had a great experience. And I think that they're going to come back and they're going to bring some of their friends with them. And it can only happen because of those volunteers who came and gave of themselves for that marvelous Messy Church experience. I think of all the pastoral care that happens here, the humble servants of people making visits and making shawls and writing cards, people comforting the grieving. We've had a number of deaths lately at St. Michael's. You have certainly noticed that in the announcements that have gone out. People that just reflectively reach out to those who are grieving to comfort them and to show compassion. That's an act of humble service. I think of the folks that offer healing prayers after the services on Sunday. I think of our marvelous altar guild, and especially with this Holy Week, and all that goes into this with the setting up and the taking down. Marvelous, marvelous. Flower Guild has been hard at it with beautiful flowers here on the altar of repose, all of the lilies that are coming in for this Easter Sunday. People giving themselves in humble service. Lectors and ushers, Eucharistic ministers, our marvelous choir, music ministers making beautiful music for our parish. We're going to be singing Jesus Christ is Risen Today at the end of the services this Sunday, and nobody's happier about that than I am after a couple of years of being out of in-person gathering. We have our soloists and our instrumentalists. Our delegates to the diocese, people that give of their time to make the trip up to St. Petersburg to vote for the next bishop. Think of my marvelous clergy assistants, our marvelous clergy assistants here at St. Michael's, who so freely give of their time and talents in this parish. Humble service. Humble service. We have our angels on the go who are willing to go out and provide little household tasks that people need, offer rides. We have our bus drivers who are driving people over each and every week. Our ECW, our vestry, all the different ways that people so freely give of themselves and serve here at St. Michael's. I'm really humbled by it and so very grateful. These are just the things that are happening here at church. And we have the other things that people are involved in, like being involved with Fish and CHR, Crow and SCCF, and then missions. The men's gathering last Tuesday, some of the men talked about the missions that they're involved in various places in the world, giving of themselves in humble service, taking up Jesus' call to wrap a towel around themselves and wash one another's feet. That's our call as followers of Jesus, to take up that mantle of humble service and to do for others as Christ has done for us. Here are some announcements of what is coming up. The Easter Vigil service on Saturday will be at 7 p.m. It's important to remember that there's no 5 o'clock service on Saturday, but that we're having the Easter Vigil at 7 p.m. And then the Easter Sunday services are at 7:30, 9:30, and 11:30. So that we're having 3 services, 7:30, 9:30, and 11:30, and there's no Zoom social hour this coming Easter Sunday. Wednesday Eucharist next week is at 9 a.m. Thursday Bible study at 10. Bob Adams Memorial Service will be 11 a.m. on Saturday the 23rd. And just a reminder that we're going to one Sunday service beginning on May 1st. We'll go to having one service at 9:30 a.m. Happy Easter. Be safe and well, and God bless you.